Hey, how you doing, Rick?
You guys look terrific.
Thank you.
Very handsome.
We're pretty much having the Hanna Boy Center anniversary of 60 years.
What's your name? Richard. James, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's cool greeting the guests, all of the people that donate to Hanna.
Can you get us all in?
Yep.
And tonight we celebrate the brave young men, past and present, who chose to make a change in their lives by enrolling at Hanna Boys Center. These are the real all-stars of the evening, and we are so proud of each of them. During the evening, you'll be hearing from some of our alumni and students, learning a little about why they reached out to Hanna for help when they did, and how their lives have been changed and enriched forever by their experiences.
It takes a lot of courage to come to Hanna Center. I was able to complete almost 26 years in the Navy Reserve as a chaplain, and I have met a lot of brave young people. The Hanna Boys are by far the bravest young men for their age that I have ever met.
Good evening, everybody. My name is John F. Kennedy. After having trouble at home, I felt that Hanna would be a better place to be. When I arrived on campus, I immediately felt welcome. Every staff member and every boy that I met were nice and welcomed me into their home with a warm smile. This place has been great, but what I have noticed is that it is very structured with many rules. And that's what I find to be most challenging about Hanna. When I first arrived, I thought it was going to be like a college campus, and you could do whatever. Little did I know that there would be many rules that we would have to follow. As time passed and I spent more time here, I have come to realize that all the rules are meant to prepare you for the next step in life after high school. Some of the strengths that I have experienced about Hanna are that I always have somebody to talk to. Somebody is always there to listen and help me with my problems. Not only with school problems, but with life, and in some situations, girl problems as well. Also, I have taken advantage of the opportunity to play sports while being here. I have been the captain of the basketball team for 3 years and have excelled. I also have played baseball for 3 years and was part of the championship teams. After I graduate from Hanna, I will attend Holy Names University in Oakland. I will pursue my degree in creative writing and one day hope to be an English teacher. I would like to take this time to personally thank Hanna Boys Center and all of you for giving me a second chance at life and giving me the opportunity to excel as a person. Thank you all for your time tonight.
First, I would like to express my appreciation and congratulations to Hanna Center on 60 years of helping boys become gentlemen. The beginning of my high school career was a difficult one. I rarely attempted homework and failed many classes. I ended my freshman year of high school at a .8 GPA. Things around home weren't so great either. I was often entrusted to care for my younger brother. Mom was usually out of the house working. My dad would work and often come home drunk, if at all. My parents needed to find me an outlet. When they introduced Hanna to me, I was extremely hesitant. I mean, who wouldn't have been? To leave friends and family for a new place and no knowledge of what was to come isn't easy as a 15-year-old. But after much discussion and thought, I toured the center. As soon as I returned home from the center, I wrote my letter to Father, stating my intent to join. I was called up for an interview, and just 2 days later, I was accepted. I signed my contract with Father and my parents, and entered the program on June 26, 2006. After a few weeks at the center, I quickly began to appreciate the program and understood the reasons I was there. During my time there, I worked as a manager of the Hawks basketball team and conducted tours for prospective boys and their families. I did well in my cottage and group home, consistently receiving the highest status. I was able to develop coping skills and strategies to deal with life stressors. I worked with my father to express how his actions affected me. I developed my professional skills for dealing with adults and employers. And I learned the importance of presentation and grooming. Father consistently reminded me to shave my goatee, and I have to ask Father, how do you like it now? After a year at the center, my family and I decided that I would return home. Just a month after my return, I resumed regular high school and got a job here in San Francisco. I finished out my junior year of high school with the highest GPA I had ever received outside of Hanna. But that summer, tragedy struck. While my mother, brother, and I were at a wedding in Denver, I received a call from the local police department. My father was found dead inside of our house. I had lost my best friend on Father's Day. While my family and I were in grief, I had to step into action. Within minutes of learning of this news, I had booked a flight for my family and I to return home. As a 16-year-old, I was placed in the role of an adult. Looking back on that day, I applied all of the values I learned at Hanna: responsibility, professionalism, and stress management. I'm not sure how I would have prevailed through that day without using these skills. A year later, I graduated high school. Something that seemed so unattainable a few years prior was now achieved. I also received the award for outstanding service to the school and district. The skills I learned at Hanna have given me better control of my life. I have a balance between my work here in San Francisco and my hobbies abroad. I owe much of what I am able to do today to the guidance I received at the Hanna Center. Finally, I would like to thank all of you, the board and the donors, Without your friendship and support, my experience and the experience of other boys would not be possible. So here's to 60 years of Hanna and many more to come. Thank you, friends.